True growth does not happen by accident. It is found only by turning inward into the hidden depths of your own being, far beyond the clamor of the world. We live in an age of endless distraction, of manufactured desires and external validations. It's a time when the very essence of self can be lost in the ceaseless demand to conform. But there is another path. Today, we reveal that path. We begin the vital expedition of unlocking growth. This isn't about chasing fleeting successes or merely adapting to the world's endless demands. This is about a different kind of thriving, one that originates from the deepest chambers of your own being, a flourishing that is both authentic and unshakable. We'll unearth profound wisdom, inspired by the visionary Carl Jung, to reveal how genuine growth isn't just possible, but inevitable when you commit to understanding your truest self. Prepare to journey inward, to reclaim your inherent potential, and to truly become. Our journey begins with a fundamental Jungian concept: individuation. Jung believed that true psychological growth is the process by which an individual becomes a whole, integrated self, distinct from the collective, yet deeply connected to it. It's the lifelong quest of becoming who you are truly meant to be, beyond the masks we wear and the expectations placed upon us. With so much external noise and so many conflicting narratives bombarding us daily, the call to individuation is not just a philosophical idea, it is a practical imperative for modern existence. This journey paradoxically pushes us both outward and inward. The external world is more interconnected than ever, constantly bombarding us with information, demands, and comparisons. Simultaneously, the sheer volume of this external pressure forces a profound introspection for those seeking genuine well-being. To truly unlock growth, we must first understand our inner landscape with the same diligence we apply to understanding external opportunities. We must learn to differentiate between our authentic desires and the borrowed aspirations of others, charting a course that is truly our own. Individuation is not about becoming selfish or isolated, quite the opposite. It's about cultivating such a strong, clear sense of self that you can engage with the world more effectively, contribute meaningfully, and form more authentic connections. When you know who you are, what truly motivates you, and what your unique purpose is, you become resilient against life's inevitable challenges. You unlock a wellspring of inner strength that external circumstances cannot diminish. This process involves conscious effort, a willingness to explore uncomfortable truths, and a courageous commitment to self-discovery, leading to a life lived with intention and purpose. As we delve deeper into the journey of individuation and the pursuit of unlocking growth, we inevitably encounter a concept that Jung deemed crucial for genuine transformation: the shadow. The shadow is not inherently evil. Rather, it represents the aspects of ourselves that we have repressed, disowned, or simply remain unconscious to. These can be negative traits we deem unacceptable: anger, envy, selfishness. But they can also be positive qualities like creativity, assertiveness, or even genius that we've never fully embraced due to fear or societal conditioning. In a world that often demands a polished, perfect facade, ignoring our shadow has become dangerously easy, yet more important than ever, to address for true psychological wholeness. The constant pressure to present an ideal image, to conform to ideals of success and happiness, pushes our less desirable or less convenient traits further into the darkness of our unconscious. But Jung taught us a vital truth: what we resist persists. The unacknowledged shadow doesn't simply disappear, it subtly, or sometimes dramatically, influences our lives, often manifesting in unexpected ways. It can lead to self-sabotage, projection onto others, irrational fears, or a pervasive sense of unease. To truly unlock our full potential, we must courageously turn to face these hidden parts of ourselves. This confrontation is not about becoming our shadow, it's about integrating it. It's about understanding that these disowned parts are not enemies but aspects of our whole being that need to be acknowledged, understood, and sometimes even transformed. Imagine the energy you expend suppressing these parts of yourself. What if that energy could be redirected towards constructive growth? For example, a repressed aggressive urge, when brought to consciousness and understood, might transform into healthy assertiveness or the drive to overcome obstacles. A hidden fear of failure, once acknowledged, might be the very catalyst for meticulous preparation and ultimate success. The ability to engage with your shadow becomes a superpower for personal development. When external circumstances are uncertain, your internal solidity becomes your greatest asset. By understanding your own triggers, your own vulnerabilities, and your own hidden strengths, you gain immense self-awareness. This awareness makes you less susceptible to manipulation, less reactive to external pressures, and more grounded in your authentic self. It allows for a level of emotional intelligence that is essential for navigating complex relationships, both personal and professional. The journey of shadow integration is often challenging, uncomfortable, and requires a willingness to be honest with yourself. But the rewards are profound. Greater self-acceptance, deeper empathy for others, and a far more robust sense of personal integrity. This is not a task for the faint of heart, but for those determined to truly grow. Beyond our individual psyches, Jung introduced us to the profound concept of the collective unconscious. This is a deeper layer of the unconscious mind, shared by all of humanity, containing universal patterns, images, and symbols known as archetypes. These aren't learned. They are inherited predispositions that influence our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Think of them as ancient riverbeds that guide the flow of human experience across cultures and time. In our quest for unlocking growth, understanding the collective unconscious and its archetypes offers us a powerful framework for finding our place in the larger human story and deriving universal meaning. We often feel isolated in our personal struggles, but recognizing the presence of archetypes helps us realize that our experiences, hopes, and fears are not unique. They resonate with patterns that have existed since time immemorial. The hero's journey, the wise old man, the great mother, the rebel, the trickster, these are not just characters in myths. They are forces at play within our own lives, influencing our choices and guiding our narratives. When we tap into this collective wisdom, we move beyond a purely individualistic perspective and gain a sense of belonging to something much larger, a source of immense strength and guidance. For instance, an individual grappling with a significant life change might find themselves embodying aspects of the hero archetype, facing challenges and undergoing transformation. Someone seeking to foster community and nurture others might resonate with the caretaker archetype. Recognizing which archetypes are active within us provides clarity and purpose. It helps us understand our strengths, our challenges, and our roles in the unfolding human experience. It's about finding resonance with universal truths that can ground us when the personal world feels chaotic. The collective unconscious is constantly active, expressing itself through shared narratives, cultural symbols, and universal human experiences. Understanding these currents can help us discern patterns in our own lives and in the world around us, allowing us to respond with greater wisdom rather than mere reaction. By becoming more attuned to these deeper patterns, we can consciously choose to align with the positive, growth-oriented archetypal energies that foster connection, innovation, and healing. This awareness empowers us to not just react to life, but to participate consciously in its unfolding, guiding our own path. To continue our journey of unlocking growth, we must address another powerful pair of Jungian archetypes, the anima and the animus. These concepts represent the unconscious feminine aspects within the male psyche, the anima, and the unconscious masculine aspects within the female psyche, the animus. These are not simply about societal gender roles. They are about the integration of essential, often opposite, qualities that reside within each of us, regardless of our biological sex. Unlocking growth requires us to move beyond rigid, one-sided expressions of ourselves and embrace the full spectrum of our inner being for true psychological balance. For a man, the anima embodies qualities often associated with the feminine: emotionality, intuition, creativity, receptivity, and connection to the inner world. When the anima is unacknowledged or repressed, it can manifest in negative ways, such as moodiness, irrational outbursts, or a lack of emotional depth in relationships. Conversely, integrating the anima allows a man to access a richer emotional life, cultivate empathy, enhance his creative potential, and form more authentic and deeper connections with others. This integration enriches his sense of self and his capacity for meaningful engagement with the world around him. Similarly, for a woman, the animus represents qualities typically associated with the masculine: logic, assertiveness, initiative, objectivity, and the capacity for structured thought. If the animus is ignored or underdeveloped, a woman might struggle with indecision, feel a lack of inner authority, or find it difficult to articulate her thoughts clearly. When the animus is integrated, it empowers a woman with clarity of thought, a strong sense of purpose, the ability to act decisively, and a well-developed internal framework for navigating challenges. This balance of the receptive and active principles is crucial for complete psychological growth and self-actualization. The interplay of the anima and animus is not just about personal well-being. It has a profound impact on our relationships. We often unconsciously project our unintegrated anima or animus onto others, especially romantic partners. A man might seek his unacknowledged emotional depth in a partner, or a woman might look for her unexpressed assertiveness in someone else. This can lead to intense initial attraction, but also to disappointment and conflict when the projection inevitably shatters. Unlocking growth in our relationships means taking back these projections, recognizing these qualities within ourselves, and working to integrate them. This leads to relationships built on genuine connection and mutual respect, rather than unconscious expectation, freeing us to see others as they truly are and to be seen ourselves. Integrating the anima and animus is a lifelong process, requiring conscious effort and a willingness to explore uncomfortable inner territories. It involves recognizing when we are acting from a place of imbalance, perhaps being overly rational at the expense of feeling, or vice versa. It means allowing ourselves to experience and express qualities that might have been culturally suppressed or deemed unfitting for our gender. This journey leads to a sense of inner completeness, a richness of being that transcends conventional definitions, and a greater capacity for both personal fulfillment and harmonious interaction with the world. It is a vital step towards true psychological maturity. Our journey towards unlocking growth also leads us to the concept of the persona. In Jungian psychology, the persona is the mask or the social identity we present to the world. It is the role we adopt to adapt to societal expectations, to fit in, and to navigate our external environment. Just as actors in ancient Greek theater wore masks to portray different characters, we all develop a persona or multiple personas for various situations. The professional persona, the family persona, the friendly persona. This is a necessary and healthy aspect of social functioning. It allows us to interact effectively and protect our inner, more vulnerable self. However, the danger arises when we become identified with our persona, mistaking the mask for our authentic self. When this happens, we lose touch with our deeper feelings, our true desires, and the unique individual beneath the social facade. We might become overly concerned with what others think, living a life dictated by external validation rather than internal truth. This over-identification can lead to a sense of emptiness, anxiety, or a feeling that something is missing, even when outwardly successful. Unlocking growth means recognizing the persona for what it is, a tool, not our essence, and ensuring it serves us rather than enslaving us. The process of growth often involves a breakdown or a shattering of the persona. This can be triggered by life crises, a job loss, a significant relationship ending, a health scare, or even a profound existential questioning. These moments, while initially painful and disorienting, are opportunities for liberation. When the external mask cracks, it forces us to look inward, to discover who we are without the predefined roles. It's in these moments of vulnerability that the most authentic aspects of ourselves can begin to emerge, pushing us towards deeper self-realization and a more honest way of being. Cultivating a healthy relationship with our persona means developing flexibility. It means being able to don different masks when appropriate, but always knowing that underneath there is a solid, true self. It's about not taking our social roles too seriously, recognizing their temporary nature, and understanding that our worth is not derived from external approval or the roles we play. This involves conscious reflection. Am I saying this because it's what's expected, or because it's what I truly believe? Am I pursuing this path because it aligns with my deepest values, or because it looks good to others? Asking these questions repeatedly is part of the ongoing work of individuation. Ultimately, the goal is not to eliminate the persona that would make social interaction impossible, but to integrate it consciously. A healthy persona is one that is in alignment with the authentic self, allowing us to express our true nature gracefully and effectively in the world. When our persona is a true reflection of our inner being, our interactions become more genuine, our contributions more meaningful, and our sense of purpose more profound. This integration strengthens our ego, the center of our conscious awareness, making it. As we move through the layers of the psyche, the ego, the shadow, the anima, animus, the persona, our ultimate destination in unlocking growth, according to Jung, is the realization of the self. The self is not the ego. It is not merely our conscious personality. Rather, the self is the archetype of wholeness, the unifying center of the entire psyche, encompassing both conscious and unconscious aspects. It is the inherent blueprint of our totality, the inner guiding force that constantly strives for integration and completeness. Realizing the self is the pinnacle of the individuation process, a state of profound psychological and spiritual maturity. Imagine the self as the sun in our psychic solar system. The ego, our conscious mind, is the earth revolving around it. While the ego is crucial for navigating the external world, the self provides the overarching purpose, meaning, and direction for our entire being. It is the source of our deepest wisdom, our authentic purpose, and our connection to the universal patterns of humanity, accessed through the collective unconscious. Unlocking this ultimate level of growth means aligning our conscious life with the deeper currents of the self, allowing its wisdom to guide our choices and actions with unwavering clarity. The journey to the self is not about achieving perfection, but about embracing our entirety. It involves integrating all the previously discussed aspects, acknowledging and learning from the shadow, balancing the inner masculine and feminine energies of the anima and animus, and using the persona as a conscious, flexible tool rather than a rigid identity. When these different facets of the psyche are brought into harmonious relationship, the self emerges as a powerful unifying force, leading to a profound sense of inner peace, authenticity, and purpose. This state of wholeness radiates outward, impacting every aspect of our lives and our interactions with incredible positive force. Symbols of the self often appear in dreams and active imagination as mandalas, circles, or other forms representing totality and integration. These spontaneous symbols arise from the unconscious as guides, indicating the psyche's inherent drive towards wholeness. Paying attention to these internal messages, engaging in self-reflection, dream analysis, and creative expression can help us gradually uncover the wisdom of the self and align ourselves with its guiding presence. This active engagement is not just intellectual, it is a deeply felt experience, often accompanied by a sense of profound meaning and connection that grounds us in our core. And so, our exploration of unlocking growth through the lens of Carl Jung's profound insights comes to a close. Yet, remember, this is not an endpoint, but an invitation. The journey of individuation, of confronting the shadow, embracing our archetypes, harmonizing our inner opposites, consciously managing our persona, and ultimately aligning with the wisdom of the self. This is a lifelong path. It is the great human adventure. As you step forward from this moment, carry with you the understanding that true growth blossoms from within. It demands courage, honesty, and persistence. But the rewards are immeasurable, a life of deeper meaning, authentic connection, and an unshakable sense of purpose that no external force can diminish. Continue to explore your inner world with curiosity. Continue to integrate your wholeness with compassion, and know that in doing so, you are not only unlocking growth for yourself, but contributing to the greater unfolding of human consciousness. Go forth and thrive.